All right. Good morning, afternoon, evening. Depends on when you're watching this. I keep saying this a lot. Anyways, this is the best ICT gold traders channel, and pretty much gonna be tape reading non-farm payroll. But I'm also gonna be looking maybe for a setup if I do get it, but only if price does specific things that I want to see it do. Otherwise, how has been the week? Personally, I think it's been a great week in terms of setups, movement. June is coming up very, very nice. Very, very nice. Like, now that I'm looking at June's price action, it just makes me think about May's price action, and I just realized just how bullshit it was. Crazy. But let's just hope it continues delivering beautifully the way it's been delivering this whole week. I have nothing but complete love for the price action this week. Oh my god. Mm, This is the 15-minute chart. Wow. Is You're gonna be able to see which time frame it is here on this. I like keeping it that way so it doesn't like show here, so it becomes like much more clean. That's how I prefer to be, honestly. It's just a preference thing, nothing big, nothing small. I like clean, simple things. So, sure. So, I'm gonna be doing a quick top-down analysis, starting with the monthly chart. Fireworks in less than 30 minutes, less than 25 minutes actually. But yeah, we'll see what happens. This is the previous month's chart, previous month's candle. Like I said, it was bullshit. Look at how it's just small doji, small body. That's crazy. So this is an up close candle, pretty much bullish, very, very bullish. Let me see something. That's interesting. Down to the weekly chart. Okay, this is where it gets very interesting. Fair value gap, changing state of delivery. I'm not gonna show these things. I'm assuming if you're watching this, you know basic ICT concepts. If you don't, check out his channel. Yeah, changing state of delivery. Honestly, in all honesty, I see this as a potential propulsion block. I see us closing above the opening price of this candle today, which is gonna end the week. That's what I want to see. I am very bullish, honestly. Oh, this is the weekly chart. My drawn liquidity for this week was this week CE, and we hit that beautifully. This week CE, not week CE. All right. So, like I said, I want this to be a propulsion. Preferably, we should close above it today and end the week on a high note. I think that's a pun. That's a pun for real. One day. Okay, the daily chart is typically where I see every single thing. Like I mark out every PDRA here. Like it's typically where I mostly like feel the market. Like given your intraday or just daily bias for the day or narrative and all that. This is where the actual magic happens. Because I've been taking long setups like this, like when we were down here and anticipating price to close above here. And it did. Like I look for those things when I'm looking at the daily chart, and let's say I'm placing a position somewhere here. I look for those signatures in price so that I could know that I'm still. It's a signature in price that just shows you that you're on side. Inversion, fair value gaps, yeah. As you can see right here, inversion, fair value gap, auto block. When we got here, I said in one of my videos that I want to see sensitivity because we have breached this inversion fair value gap, and not to mention NFP. So yeah, it's just a bit of like some surgical stuff. Like for if you want like real precision, those are like the things that you look for. So this is the daily chart. Like I said, uh we look at the previous 3-day candles. 1, 2, 3. The highs and lows, previous daily highs and lows are very significant. 1, 2, 3. 1, the high taken out, highs both taken out, and the second one, the low of the previous of Wednesday was taken out, and yeah, the low of Monday of Wednesday, the high and low of Wednesday was taken out. The range Wednesday's range. Oh my God, tongue twist. Wednesday's range is completely taken out. So I'm looking at this range. We took out the high. Now the next round liquidity is this external range liquidity taken out. Now internal, this daily BC right there. Honestly, I want to see it act as a breakaway gap because we just got out of this consolidation that we formed it. So my drawn liquidity for today is this previous day low. Like I'm looking at it to reach there, and west. How far can it go? This BC right here, upper half. So let's go to the 4 hour. I marked out the quadrants of this BC right there. I just got out of the CB. Next round liquidity is this one. Respected it. Next round liquidity is this one. And then, like I said, this low is the previous day low plus daily BC high. Honestly, I don't want to see the daily BC get disrespected. If we do trade it, how far can it go? Maybe not even trade to the lower quadrant of the 4-hour BC. Let me go to the 1 hour. All right, so this is where I normally, like in terms of intraday scalping and all, this is where the magic happens for real. The hourly chart. So like I said, we have this BC right here, and then the previous day's low is resting in this BC. We can take out this BC, we can take out this low and go high, but we can also take out this low and still go high. We don't need to take out this low for us to, just because we have relatively equal lows doesn't mean that, yeah, we can just bump this low and go high, not even trade to the daily BC. It's a possibility. That's what I want to see. If we are really bullish, I want to see us last case scenario, last line of defense is we take out this low and then we go high. All I know is that most probably, in my humble opinion, we're gonna take out all this trendline liquidity. As you can see, let's go on the 15-minute chart. You already saw the business on the 1 hour. See all these session lows. This is a session indicator that helps me appreciate session price action, because for me to trade the next session, I have to be able to appreciate what the other sessions did. Did the session take out the low? Did that session trade into a PD area, relevant PD area or not? Those are very significant things. And I took this long yesterday to this Asia high. And session highs and lows, session liquidity is very, very, very important when it comes to the algorithm. It's the blood of the algorithm. Like, no pun intended also, because liquidity is like definition, likewise is like blood. Like it's what drives order flow. Yeah. So these are just very faint levels that I marked because I don't want them. Let me turn off the session because I don't want them disturbing. I want to keep my chart as clean as possible. I don't want them disturbing my analysis. I don't want to focus on too many things at once. It's a bit confusing. Plus, once you start like really learning price action and how it delivers, you see a lot of things happen at once. But you just have to focus on the important stuff, because if you don't filter out those stuff, you're weighing a lot of stuff on a lot of thoughts, a lot of information on your psychology, and it takes a bit of a toll on your mental capital, which is as significant as your account capital when it comes to trading. Next drawn liquidity, London low, new day opening gap. So if we do happen to go for these lows, I'll be targeting this buy side, which is London high, as my low hanging fruit. I like this low, yesterday's low again, because it's a lunch low. It's a lunch session low. So it's a session low. That's why I also like it. But like I said, if we get here, I just want a small bump. And then as the candles form, I'll be like pretty much just saying what I expect from every candle. And I'll be cycling through time frames. You're gonna see me do that. I'm not saying I'm gonna get it right. Nope. It's not about getting it right. It's about applying what you know. If you get it wrong, you learn something from that. Losses don't mean anything. Misanalysis doesn't mean anything. Losses don't mean anything unless you didn't manage your risk. As long as you manage your risk, losses don't mean anything. But you have to be very specific about what you want to see in price before you engage with it. If you don't see those things, if your edge isn't available, you don't need to avail yourself to the market. Look how we respected this CB right there. This is the 15-minute chart. Let me look at the hourly. Respected this inversion after trading to the new day opening gap. Uh, I'm gonna be focusing more on the 5-minute right now. I'm gonna mark out the buy side, London buy side, because we can also still, it's also a possibility that we take out this buy side and then we go for that low, and ultimately reach for this low because it's close proximity to yeah, it's also a possibility. It's close proximity to non-farm payroll news release. But I like this. But all I'm trying to say is my draw on liquidity, and I like this trend line liquidity right here. It's too smooth, and you can see they're relatively equal. Let me draw out this CB. 10 minutes to news release. See how those things are blending. Okay, now I'm just gonna turn this off. But our bias is bearish. 5 minutes. To be a bit more accurate, I'm a bit of a perfectionist. Right. Someone is getting wiped out, that's for sure. There are people that are short here, place their stops above here. There are people that are long here, place their stops around here. And there are people that were long from yesterday. All this trend line liquidity, stop losses of people that bought to this new day opening gap. Probably didn't even know that they were buying to a new day opening gap. Oh Lord. But this one is more favorable. This one, it's more favorable. So when you're looking at price, you want to see where's price coming from and where is it heading. On the daily chart, we took out a previous day high. That's external liquidity. Now what are we reaching? Where do we want to reach for? Internal range liquidity. That's the next draw on liquidity. Simple. Vice versa. But if you are really a scalper, which is, I feel like scalping is like the best thing to do, especially if you like have low capital. It's like the safest thing. But maybe it doesn't suit your personality. And it's completely fine. I, for one, am an impatient person. So, but I don't think much, because honestly, I feel like the work is done. We already worked this new day. 7 minutes, 6 minutes to fireworks. .5 minutes to fireworks. Sure. But preferably, you want to keep your chart clean, like no indicators and stuff. It's just that this really, 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 really helped me form my models and just improved my position. Precision. Improved it. So I can't let go of my day one. It's just like session liquidity, session highs and lows. That's just it. No Bollinger Band. I don't rely on it much. It just helps me see liquidity, so I don't be the liquidity as often as I used to be. So I'm turning. 1 minute and a couple of seconds. This is the 5-minute chart, by the way. You need me. It's kind of chilly out. Oh. All right, now it's time to see what's really gonna happen. Where are they gonna take price? Interesting. All right. There's a bit of delay on my trading view. Yep. So I want to see if we're gonna run down to this low, or we're just gonna sweep this one and go higher. But most probably it's gonna continue running down to this low because it's gonna go crazy and wanna take out off the sell side right. Trying to pick the right color. It's better. Let's go down to the 1 minute chart. Yeah, this is very disappointing for those that wanted to gamble, flip a lot of money. I know. It happens, it's part of the game. Oh my god, this sucks, right? So honestly, it might still go lower, but personally, do I want to get involved? No, I don't think I should be. Let me see the daily chart. Nope. I really don't know. I don't think so. Yeah, that's the manipulation move I was talking about. But I would have loved to see it go down to, so it collects so much liquidity, then it just rips higher. Paper trading account. Let's see what's gonna happen. All right, I'm back. I'm back. Yeah, so this is like very messy. I only engaged in it on a paper trading account because it's a bit disappointing. If we're really gonna go higher, then plus I feel like I noticed that if we have good unemployment claims news, then like if we have unemployment claims Thursday before non-farm payroll, which happens, I don't know, most of the time. My law is on this. This is an we just have a shitty non-farm payroll. And then just for this week, I'm up how much? For this week alone, I'm up 90 something dollars. So I'm pretty much content with how much I've made on my prop firm challenge. I took a nice long yesterday and then I became content with it. And just given this whole week how things have been, gonna hit my stop right. That's good. that's good because now we have experience. it might run down to continue running down to those lows. The lows I was talking about. Yeah, when the stream started. Take this off. So I'm pretty much content with that, what I made this week. It's been a long week, rough, very tough week. Discipline and not discipline, actually psychology. I don't want to say discipline. Doing exactly what I said it was gonna do. This is good. Wise, it's been a very rough, but price action wise, beautiful. The reason why psychology wise has been rough is because there were so many setups, abundance of setups. I was able to see them, and I wasn't mentally strong enough to handle that much abundance. I told myself, oh, I'm just gonna like take 3 trades, then I'll be done. But I didn't know that those 3 trades are gonna form consecutively. Like this whole week, I've been getting 2 good setups, great setups a day. That was just mind blowing coming out of June's price action, May's price action, and just like having this newfound, I don't want to say newfound knowledge. Wow, they didn't make it easy for the sellers, did they? Didn't they? They didn't make it easy at all. Go up to the 15-minute chart. CB right there. I'm gonna show you the inversion. Now it's touching the high of that fair value gap on the hourly, the real support and resistance. But it's gonna continue. See this inversion fair value gap? I don't think, yeah, I didn't mark it. Yeah, I didn't mark it. See that inversion? See how we just traded to it? And the reason why I took that trade, I was trying to test something. And I took it on paper. I was trying to test something. If we take out a previous day high, no, not a previous day, a session high or low, you look during news, you look for a CISD minute to 15. If you trade into a PDRA and then you take out a low and then you trade into a PDRA, that's when you go to the 1 minute chart, you look for your CISD on the 1 minute. So I'm gonna write that down on my journal because I wanted to be completely certain about that. See, you can imagine just how it amount of emotions people are feeling when they see it go up. When they were long, okay, when they were short, just from there, and then they just have a lot of emotion. Like, oh my God, it's gonna reverse on me. It's gonna reverse on me. Or that person was up, let's say $1,000 somewhere here, and now he's like pretty much back to break even. He's down. Now he's just up like $100. Just that thought that you missed out. You could have claimed $100 is insane on your mind. Because what do you want? You want to get rich quick. You're gonna get rich quick, but that's not how it works. At least that's what I know. Wealth takes stages. Success is boring. Right here, I'm in front of the charts. It's boring. It really is boring. And when I was learning these things, it was boring. But look at where I am now. I told you it was gonna go. Didn't it go low? It did go. But even if I was wrong, it was completely gonna be fine because it's manual intervention. And now that's just my arrogance talking, a bit of it. But yeah, I'm gonna close the stream at 9 a.m. New York time. Wanna see if it's gonna go. So if it doesn't go for it now during New York session, it might just go for it during lunch. But yeah, that's typically the next round. You only use demo for for back testing. You do not trade with real funds if you're not sure. If you're in a time where it's very, very uncertain for you, don't use live funds. It has to be obvious. It's gonna be clear. And if you miss an explosive move, if you miss a setup, there's always gonna be the next setup that's gonna form. Man, it's been a week. Like Monday, I would trade you some market dance. Oh, hey man, people are getting wrecked. I'm looking at my WhatsApp status. Oh, that's a very bad idea to trade. And my gut just told me enter. I just proved something that I've been meaning to prove, back test. And, actually, let me write it down in my journal. Write it down in my journal right now. 5 more minutes, then I end the stream. Yeah, I just wiped out every single person, everyone that went long, everyone that went short, wiped out. So most times when it's like this, that means that I don't know. Most times when it's like this, CPI becomes such a beauty. I don't know. Maybe that's just my own. That's my own like humble opinion. So we'll see what CPI is gonna do. I don't know if I'm gonna stream CPI. I'll see, but most probably I am gonna stream it. I am so exhausted. I had a long day, man. Super long day. Glad I wasn't involved. What did we learn today? If we are looking at highs and lows during news and you're expecting a reversal off of them, you for you to have that reversal, you need a 5 minute, 3 minute to 5 minute change in state of delivery. And then for internal range liquidity, be it your fair value gaps and all, you are gonna need, this is the 3 minute chart. You're gonna start looking for changing state of your changing state of delivery after trading to from after trading to the internal range liquidity from your 1 minute chart to the 5 minute. So if it's external liquidity, you look at the 3 minute to the 15-minute chart, but preferably 5 minute and 15-minute chart. If it's internal liquidity, 1 minute to the 5, but preferably 1 minute and 3 minutes. So those are my notes for today. I really learned something interesting. All right, that's it. Let me take a screenshot. Uh, going. So, like I said, this low right there, this low right there, these lows right there, that might draws on liquidity. They're gonna get reached eventually.